Did you know that the muscle mass you have at 30 years old can dramatically shrink by the time you turn 80? This process, known as sarcopenia, leads to a significant loss of strength and independence. It's something that silently affects over 50 million seniors globally. But what if I told you that the severe muscle atrophy often associated with aging is not inevitable? Studies from institutions like Harvard Medical School, Mayo Clinic, and the Journal of Physiology have shown that it's possible to preserve muscle function and strength well into old age. It's not just about being able to move, but about maintaining your independence and vitality in your 70s, 80s, and even 90s. These habits are the key to defying aging and continuing to live life to the fullest. Let's dive into these life-changing habits that can help reverse or delay muscle loss, and how you can apply them to your life today. First, hormetic stress. Hormetic stress is the practice of introducing controlled amounts of stress to the body that stimulate a positive adaptive response. It's a paradoxical approach. Small doses of something harmful, like cold or heat, actually help the body adapt and improve over time. A prime example of hormesis in action is cold exposure. Did you know that a simple habit, such as ending your showers with 30 to 60 seconds of cold water, can activate brown fat and increase mitochondrial biogenesis? Research from the Buck Institute for Research in Aging has demonstrated that cold exposure helps enhance muscle function and growth by triggering important hormones like adiponectin, which protects muscles from breakdown. Similarly, heat exposure, like using saunas or hot tubs, activates heat shock proteins. These proteins protect your muscle cells from harm and repair them. A Finnish study revealed that regular sauna use, 4 to 7 times a week, resulted in a 40% reduction in muscle loss compared to non-sauna users. Consider John, a 74-year-old retired firefighter. He started adding 30-second cold showers after his regular hot showers. Initially, it was uncomfortable, but after a few weeks, he started noticing more energy and less muscle soreness. Over time, John noticed that he was able to do things he hadn't been able to do in years, like lifting heavier boxes and even playing a few rounds of golf without feeling exhausted afterward. This was the power of hormetic stress in action. 2. Protein timing, maximizing muscle recovery. As we mature, our body's ability to absorb and utilize protein efficiently begins to decline, especially in older adults. This phenomenon is known as anabolic resistance, and it can make it difficult to maintain or rebuild muscle, even if you're consuming enough protein. That's why it's not only the amount of protein that matters, but also when you consume it. The timing of your protein intake plays a vital role in preserving muscle mass and overall health. One of the main reasons why protein timing is so effective is that our bodies cannot absorb all the protein in one sitting. After you consume protein, your body begins the muscle protein synthesis process. But this process only lasts for a certain amount of time, approximately 3 to 4 hours. This means that if you only consume protein once a day, say at dinner, you miss out on the opportunity to help your muscles. To maximize muscle recovery and preserve muscle mass, spreading out your protein intake throughout the day is essential. Rather than focusing on just the amount of protein you consume, you should pay attention to when you consume it. Aiming for 25 to 30 grams of protein every 3 to 4 hours will optimize muscle protein synthesis and help preserve muscle mass as you age. To sum up, maintaining healthy muscle mass isn't just about consuming enough protein. The timing of your protein intake plays a crucial role in optimizing muscle recovery and preventing muscle loss. By splitting your protein consumption throughout the day, you are ensuring that your muscles have a steady supply of the nutrients they need to remain strong. The key takeaway is that maintaining healthy muscles isn't just about eating enough protein, but also about eating it at the right times. Try incorporating this habit into your daily routine to experience the positive effects on your muscle health and overall energy levels. Healthy muscles don't just help us maintain independence, they allow us to live stronger, healthier, and longer lives. 3. Vitamin D, the muscle. Vitamin. When we think about vitamin D, most of us picture strong bones and better immune health, but there's another vital role this powerful vitamin plays that's often overlooked: muscle health. As we age, maintaining muscle strength becomes one of the most critical factors in preserving our independence and quality of life. Vitamin D is a key nutrient that plays a significant role in muscle function, strength, and even recovery. Yet, a startling 80% of seniors are deficient in vitamin D, which directly impacts muscle performance and mobility. Why is vitamin D so important for muscles? Vitamin D, often called the sunshine vitamin, is crucial for the synthesis of muscle proteins and the maintenance of muscle function. When your vitamin D levels are low, your body struggles to activate the genes involved in muscle building and repair, which can lead to a decline in strength and muscle mass. Research conducted at Harvard University revealed that elderly individuals with optimal levels of vitamin D had 25% more muscle strength than those who were deficient. But why exactly does vitamin D have such a profound effect on our muscles? 1. Muscle strength and function. Vitamin D activates muscle cell receptors, which play an essential role in promoting the growth and repair of muscle fibers. It stimulates the production of proteins that are vital for maintaining muscle mass, allowing your muscles to perform at their best. People with sufficient levels of vitamin D experience better muscle strength, balance, and coordination, all of which reduce the risk of falls, one of the leading causes of disability and death in older adults. The connection between vitamin D and muscle recovery. If you're someone who exercises regularly, you already know how vital muscle recovery is after intense workouts. Insufficient vitamin D can impair your body's ability to recover, making you feel sore and fatigued for longer periods. On the other hand, adequate levels of vitamin D can help speed up recovery, improve energy levels, and enhance overall performance during physical activity. This is particularly important as we age and our muscles naturally begin to deteriorate. 3. Balancing calcium and muscle function. Vitamin D works synergistically with calcium to support muscle function. Calcium is required for muscle contraction, and vitamin D helps the body absorb calcium more effectively. Without enough vitamin D, the body can't properly absorb calcium, which can lead to weaker muscles and bone density loss. This dynamic duo, calcium and vitamin D, supports your neuromuscular system, helping you maintain muscle tone and muscle strength even as you age. 4. Preventing falls and injuries. A major risk for older adults is falling. Sarcopenia, muscle loss, and osteoporosis, bone density loss, go hand in hand, and both can lead to debilitating injuries from falls. But there's good news. Studies have shown that higher levels of vitamin D significantly reduce the risk of falling by improving balance and muscle coordination. In fact, seniors who maintain optimal vitamin D levels have shown improvements in their mobility and posture, making it easier to prevent falls and maintain their independence. How to ensure you get enough vitamin D? Given its crucial role in muscle health, it's essential to keep your vitamin D levels within the optimal range, especially as you age. Here are a few effective ways to boost your vitamin D intake. 1. Sunlight exposure. Vitamin D is naturally produced by the body when exposed to sunlight. However, as we age, the skin becomes less efficient at synthesizing vitamin D. Additionally, people who live in regions with limited sunlight or who spend most of their time indoors are at a greater risk of deficiency. To optimize vitamin D levels, aim for 15 to 30 minutes of direct sunlight exposure a few times a week. focusing on the midday sun when UVB rays are most potent. 2. Foods rich in vitamin D. Certain foods are naturally rich in vitamin D. These include fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and tuna, egg yolks, fortified dairy products like milk and yogurt, fortified plant-based milks, soy, almond, oat milk, fortified cereals, mushrooms, especially those exposed to UV light. 3. Vitamin D supplements. While sunlight and food are great sources, vitamin D supplementation is often necessary to achieve optimal levels, especially in those who have a deficiency. The recommended dietary allowance, RDA, for vitamin D is 600 IU for adults under 70. But many experts suggest that older adults may need between 2,000 to 4,000 IU per day, especially if they are not getting enough from their diet or sunlight. Always consult with your healthcare provider before beginning supplementation to determine the right dosage for your needs. Let's take Robert, a 72-year-old man who struggled with low energy levels, frequent falls, and muscle weakness. After his doctor tested his vitamin D levels, Robert found that his levels were dangerously low. He was advised to start a vitamin D supplementation regimen and adjust his diet to include more fatty fish, fortified foods, and spend time outdoors in the sun. Within a few months, Robert began to notice significant improvements. His muscle strength improved, and he was able to walk longer distances without feeling fatigued. He also found that he could climb stairs with ease, something he hadn't been able to do in years. Robert's story is a testament to the power of vitamin D and its ability to transform muscle health and quality of life for older adults. The importance of vitamin D in maintaining muscle mass, strength, and overall function cannot be overstated. It's not just about bone health. Vitamin D is essential for muscle recovery, strength, and the prevention of falls and injuries. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight, and deficiencies can lead to muscle weakness and reduced mobility. By ensuring we get enough sunlight, vitamin D-rich foods, and appropriate supplements, we can significantly improve our muscle health, reduce the risk of falls, and live more independent, active lives. Never underestimate the power of vitamin D in preserving your muscle health. Whether through sun exposure, food, or supplementation, maintaining optimal vitamin D levels can make a world of difference in keeping your muscles strong and your body active as you age. Managing inflammation, the silent muscle destroyer. As we age, inflammation becomes one of the most pervasive and insidious factors affecting our overall health, particularly our muscles. Often referred to as inflammaging, chronic low-grade inflammation accelerates the breakdown of muscle mass and contributes to many age-related diseases. This silent destroyer can have a far-reaching impact on our mobility, strength, and general well-being. What is inflammaging? Inflammaging is a term used to describe the persistent, low-level inflammation that occurs as we get older. Unlike the acute inflammation that happens when we get injured, which is temporary and part of the body's healing process, inflammaging is more subtle and continuous. It's the body's immune system working in overdrive, attacking healthy tissues, including muscle cells, at a slower pace. Over time, this ongoing inflammation can lead to muscle wastage, decreased strength, and even chronic pain conditions, making it harder to perform everyday tasks or maintain independence. The worst part? Many people don't even realize they're dealing with this internal inflammation because the signs are not always visible. This is why managing inflammation, especially for seniors, is absolutely essential in preserving muscle health and overall vitality. How inflammation affects muscle mass. The body's natural inflammatory response involves the activation of immune cells called cytokines. While these cytokines play a protective role in defending the body against infection, when they are constantly elevated, They can disrupt the balance of muscle protein synthesis, the process where muscle fibers repair and grow. Over time, the body's ability to replace muscle protein declines, leading to an imbalance between muscle breakdown and muscle regeneration. This chronic inflammation not only damages muscles, but also impairs the anabolic signals, muscle-building signals, that would normally be triggered by exercise or protein intake. The result? Muscle loss that accelerates with age, making it harder to maintain strength, balance, and overall function. Signs and symptoms of inflammaging. Inflammaging isn't always obvious, but some telltale signs might indicate that your body is dealing with persistent inflammation, including joint pain and stiffness, chronic fatigue, muscle weakness and atrophy, slower recovery times after exercise, increased vulnerability to infections. If any of these symptoms sound familiar, it may be time to evaluate how inflammation is affecting your body and take proactive steps to manage it before it accelerates muscle loss. How to manage inflammation. Practical steps. The good news is that inflammation can be managed and even reduced through lifestyle changes that support healthy aging. Here's how you can combat this silent muscle destroyer and promote muscle health. 1. Prioritize quality sleep. One of the most effective ways to reduce inflammation is through sleep. Sleep is critical for overall health, and it plays a huge role in managing inflammation. Research shows that inadequate sleep can increase cytokine production, leading to a heightened inflammatory response. On the other hand, good sleep, especially deep sleep, helps lower inflammation markers in the body. To optimize your sleep, go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. Make your bedroom as dark as possible to support melatonin production. Avoid screens, phones, TVs, etc. at least 1 hour before bed to help your body wind down. 2. Eat an anti-inflammatory diet. Your diet plays a crucial role in fighting inflammation. Certain foods are naturally anti-inflammatory, meaning they help reduce the levels of harmful cytokines in your system. The key is to focus on whole, plant-based foods and healthy fats that can fight inflammation and promote muscle health. Omega-3 fatty acids, found in foods like fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, flax seeds, and walnuts, omega-3s have been shown to reduce inflammation significantly. Polyphenol-rich foods. These include berries, green tea, and dark chocolate. They contain powerful antioxidants that help to lower oxidative stress, which contributes to inflammation. Turmeric and curcumin. Curcumin, the active compound in turmeric, is widely known for its strong anti-inflammatory effects. Adding a pinch of turmeric to your meals or drinking turmeric tea can help reduce inflammation. Leafy greens and cruciferous vegetables. Vegetables like kale, spinach, broccoli, and Brussels sprouts are rich in vitamins and antioxidants that help lower inflammation. 3. Regular exercise with care. Exercise is critical for maintaining muscle mass, but it's also essential for managing inflammation. However, there's a balance to strike. Intense exercise without proper recovery can contribute to oxidative stress and inflammation. This is where moderate exercise with brief, intense intervals is beneficial. Aerobic exercise. Walking, swimming, and cycling can help improve circulation and lower inflammation. Resistance training. As we discussed earlier, resistance training helps preserve and build muscle mass. Strength training can reduce inflammation by improving the body's immune response and enhancing muscle repair. For optimal results, aim for 30 minutes of moderate exercise most days, with short bursts of more intense activity once or twice a week. 4. Stress management and mindfulness. Chronic stress is a well-known contributor to inflammation. When you're under stress, your body produces stress hormones like cortisol, which can increase inflammation and exacerbate muscle breakdown. Incorporating stress management techniques like deep breathing exercises, meditation, and mindfulness can help reduce cortisol levels and keep inflammation at bay. Practices like yoga or Tai Chi are excellent for both stress relief and maintaining muscle flexibility and strength. 5. Anti-inflammatory supplements. Certain supplements can provide additional support in reducing inflammation and protecting your muscles from damage. Some effective options include omega-3 fish oil. If you don't consume enough fatty fish, an omega-3 supplement can help reduce inflammation and support joint and muscle health. Curcumin. The active ingredient in turmeric, curcumin is available in supplement form and has been shown to have strong anti-inflammatory effects. Vitamin D. As mentioned earlier, vitamin D not only supports muscle health, but also helps regulate inflammation in the body. Consult with a healthcare provider before introducing new supplements into your routine, as they can help guide you to the right choices based on your needs. Meet Helen, a 70-year-old woman who noticed she was becoming increasingly tired and weaker. Her muscles felt stiff, and her joints hurt, making it harder for her to do everyday activities like gardening and walking her dog. After speaking with her doctor, Helen discovered that she was experiencing high levels of inflammation. Helen began focusing on reducing inflammation by making a few key changes to her daily routine. She prioritized sleep, added more anti-inflammatory foods to her diet, and began practicing gentle yoga every morning. Within a few months, Helen experienced a remarkable improvement. Her muscle pain diminished, she had more energy, and she could go back to doing the things she loved without discomfort. Helen's story illustrates that with the right tools and lifestyle changes, you can fight inflammaging and preserve your muscle health well into your senior years. Managing inflammation is an essential part of maintaining muscle health as we age. Chronic inflammation, inflammaging, accelerates muscle loss, joint pain, and a wide range of age-related issues. By taking proactive steps to reduce inflammation through diet, exercise, sleep, stress management, and supplements, you can preserve your muscle mass, reduce pain, and maintain your independence for years to come. The key takeaway? Inflammation doesn't have to be a silent destroyer of your muscles. By managing it effectively, you can combat muscle loss, enhance your strength, and ensure a healthier, more active life as you age. Start making small changes today, and your body will thank you tomorrow. 5. Resistance training, the most powerful anti-aging tool. When we think of anti-aging, we often focus on skincare products, supplements, or even trendy diets. However, one of the most scientifically supported and effective strategies to combat the physical effects of aging is something far more accessible: resistance training. This form of exercise, which includes activities like lifting weights, body weight exercises, and using resistance bands, is not just for bodybuilders or young athletes. It is, in fact, one of the most powerful tools for maintaining muscle mass, bone density, and overall health as we age. Why resistance training is critical for older adults. As we get older, we naturally experience a decline in muscle mass and strength, a condition known as sarcopenia. This process usually begins around the age of 30, with muscle mass decreasing by 3 to 8% per decade. By the time we reach our 60s and 70s, the effects become even more pronounced. However, resistance training is the key to not only stopping, but reversing this process, significantly enhancing strength and independence. The science behind resistance training and aging. Resistance training works by challenging the muscles, creating small tears in the muscle fibers. This causes the body to repair the fibers, making them stronger and bigger. This process is known as muscle hypertrophy. Over time, this leads to increased muscle mass, better metabolism, and stronger bones. all of which help combat the effects of aging. When done consistently, resistance training also promotes the production of growth hormones like testosterone and human growth hormone, HGH, both of which are crucial for muscle recovery and repair. For older adults, resistance training helps reverse some of the age-related declines in these hormones, helping to preserve muscle mass and strength. Key benefits of resistance training as we age. 1. Increased muscle mass and strength. Regular resistance training has been shown to increase muscle mass by stimulating protein synthesis and improving the effectiveness of muscle repairs. As you build muscle, your strength increases, and your ability to perform everyday tasks, like lifting groceries, carrying bags, or climbing stairs, becomes much easier. 2. Improved bone density. With age, our bones naturally become weaker, leading to conditions like osteoporosis. However, resistance training is a proven way to increase bone density, as the stress placed on the bones during weight-bearing exercises stimulates bone growth. This helps prevent fractures and enhances joint stability, crucial for maintaining mobility and avoiding falls. 3. Better metabolism and fat burning. Muscle tissue burns more calories than fat, even at rest. Therefore, increasing your muscle mass through resistance training boosts your metabolic rate and helps with weight management. As we age, our metabolism tends to slow down, and resistance training can counteract this effect by keeping your body in a fat-burning mode, even when you're not working out. 4. Increased flexibility and joint health. As we age, we often experience stiffness and a decrease in joint flexibility. Resistance training helps to improve range of motion and joint mobility by strengthening the muscles around the joints. This not only helps with flexibility, but also reduces the risk of injuries related to stiff, weak joints. 5. Cognitive and mental health benefits. Resistance training doesn't just benefit the body, it can also benefit the brain. Studies show that strength training can improve cognitive function, boost mood, and reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety. It also helps maintain neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to adapt and form new connections, which is critical for healthy aging. How to start resistance training as you age. If you're new to resistance training or haven't worked out in a while, it's important to start slow and focus on form and consistency. The goal isn't to lift the heaviest weights immediately, but to develop a solid foundation that will benefit your body for the long term. 1. Start with bodyweight exercises. Bodyweight exercises are a great entry point for older adults who are just starting resistance training. These exercises use your body weight to build strength, improve balance, and increase flexibility. Some great options include squats to strengthen legs and glutes, push-ups to strengthen chest, arms, and shoulders, lunges to improve leg strength and balance, planks to strengthen core muscles. 2. Incorporate resistance bands. Resistance bands are inexpensive, portable, and effective for older adults. They provide resistance in both the concentric and eccentric phase of movement, ensuring your muscles are activated throughout the entire exercise. Examples of resistance band exercises include band squats for leg strength, chest presses for upper body strength, lat pull-aparts for shoulders and back. 3. Incorporate dumbbells and machines. Gradually, once you're comfortable with bodyweight exercises and resistance bands, you can move on to dumbbells or resistance machines. Start with light weights and focus on mastering the form. Gradually increase the weight as you build strength. Always ensure you are working with a trainer or knowledgeable individual to prevent injury. 4. Focus on compound movements. Compound movements are exercises that involve multiple muscle groups. These are more efficient for building strength and improving overall muscle function. Some examples include deadlifts, works legs, back, and core; squats, targets legs, glutes, and core; bench presses, works chest, shoulders, and triceps. These exercises also stimulate the release of growth hormones and enhance your metabolic rate, leading to more effective muscle building and fat burning. 5. Recovery and rest. One key aspect that often gets overlooked is recovery. As we age, it becomes even more crucial to allow our muscles time to repair and regenerate. Make sure to give each muscle group at least 48 hours of rest between workouts, and focus on good nutrition, hydration, and sleep to support recovery. Ted, a 68-year-old former teacher, had started feeling the effects of aging in his body. He couldn't lift heavy objects anymore, and everyday activities like walking upstairs were beginning to feel like a challenge. After hearing about the benefits of resistance training for seniors, Ted decided to join a local gym. He began with light dumbbells, doing exercises like leg presses and chest presses under the supervision of a trainer. After a few months of consistent strength training, Ted noticed a remarkable improvement. Not only could he climb stairs without feeling winded, but he was also able to carry heavy bags with ease and was more energetic throughout the day. His balance and posture improved, and his mood lifted. Ted's success is a perfect example of how resistance training can help seniors not only regain strength, but also enhance their overall quality of life. Resistance training is, without a doubt, one of the most powerful anti-aging tools available. It helps preserve and rebuild muscle mass, strengthen bones, and improve joint flexibility, all of which are crucial for maintaining independence as we age. By starting with bodyweight exercises, progressing to resistance bands and light weights, and focusing on compound movements, you can slow or even reverse the effects of aging on your muscles and bones. The key takeaway? It's never too late to start resistance training. Whether you're 60, 70, or 80, incorporating even small amounts of resistance training into your routine can have a profound effect on your physical health, mental well-being, and quality of life. Start small, stay consistent, and watch as your strength, confidence, and vitality grow. As we've seen today, the secret to aging gracefully and maintaining a strong, independent life lies in something incredibly accessible: resistance training. Whether you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, it's never too late to start. The power to reverse muscle loss, improve your health, and regain your strength is within your hands. By incorporating just a few simple habits into your routine, like resistance exercises, proper nutrition, and mindful recovery, you can defy the effects of aging and live a more vibrant life. If you found this video helpful and are inspired to take the next step in your fitness journey, make sure to hit like and subscribe to our channel for more tips on healthy living, fitness, and longevity. Share your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing your stories and learning from your experiences. Remember, every small effort you make today will lead to a stronger, healthier tomorrow. Don't wait for tomorrow to become the best version of yourself. Take action now and join our community of empowered individuals committed to living life to the fullest.